Yes, hello. I'm gonna show you guys what I think is the best build in the game. By the way, this build it works with literally every weapon because the weapon specific jewels are in the weapon, right here. So you can switch them around and make it work for whatever it is that you're using. The damage is absolutely ridiculous. You have a lot of stats, a lot of skills. So this is just an amazing build right now. And if you use elemental, this will work for you. Absolutely, I'm using elemental right now. If you use raw, this will also work for you. This is an amazing build for raw as well. So I'm gonna start showing you guys everything. First of all, you need an archon weapon. Okay. I'll show you guys the weapon jewels later. It's not really necessary right now. When I get to the armor first. So after you have an archon weapon, you want the Damascus Helm Alpha. This helm gives 2 levels of Divine Blessing and 1 of Wide Range. But it also has a level 3 jewel slot and a level 1 jewel slot. For the chest, we have MHWilds Male Beta. This gives us level 1 Weakness Exploit, level 3 jewel, level 2 jewel. Arms is the Guardian MHWilds Beta, 3 level 1 jewels and 2 levels of Weakness Exploit. These arms are crazy good. MHWilds, not Guardian, but MHWilds Coil Beta, 2 levels of Weakness Exploit and 2 level 1 jewels. Also 1 level of Recovery Speed. Legs is New Udra Beta, a level 3 jewel slot and a level 1 jewel slot, and it also gives us burst. This build uses burst. Okay, let's see all the skills. We have well, the first 3, these first 3 are actually weapon bound. Okay, so depending on the weapon you're using, these 3 are going to change. Okay, actually, I'm sorry, these 4 are going to change. I'll show you guys why or how I have 4 skills in here if I only have 3 jewels. But the first one is defense boost. Honestly, guys, like, I just put it for the stats, but I would change this, honestly. And you can put whatever level 1 jewel you want in here. It's just quality of life, you know. If you want right here, the adapt jewel, you need only 2 jewels, or honestly, even just 1 is fine, just to negate the effects of heat and cold, so you never have to drink for the heat and cold again. So that would be very good. Then after defense boost, we have 5 levels of weakness exploit. This is super good. This is giving us 30% increased affinity when you hit weak points and 20% extra on wounds. So this is 50%. So in this case, I have 30% affinity with my archon weapon. Is level 5 archon weapon. I have 50% plus 30%. Okay, so that's 80% on wounds, which is super, super good. You will be critting all the time. Then we have level 5 burst. I think this is a very, very good skin. Very, very good skill right now. I tried building with level 5 Flayer. I don't think this is as good. Maybe with a faster hitting weapon, maybe it would be better. But honestly, burst is just too good. The stat boost that it gives you is just so good, bro. Like, if you're playing, for example, dual blades, this is a must. Like, absolutely. If you're playing Insect Glaive, for sure, bro. This is super, super good. Then after we have Divine Blessing level 3. This is because we get 2 levels from the helm plus 1 jewel, right? So we maxed it. We reduce damage 50% of the time, which is huge. 1 level of Flayer because I have a Flayer jewel. right here. You can switch it around if you want something else. Wide range, these are just yeah, this is just given by the armor and stuff. Then what I did for my weapon, I have these 4 skills, right? So I have a critical element 3 jewel. In theory, this should be critical element slash dragon, because then it would become 3 levels of critical element plus 1 more, and it would be level 3. This would be level 3 as well. So that's the only jewel I'm missing, really. Then I'm using power prolonger 3, which I think it's better to have power prolonger than focus on switch X, in my opinion. But honestly, I can see how it's down to personal preference. Then I'm using rapid morph, which increases the switch speed by 30% and the morph attack damage by 20%. This is very good. But again, you could switch this out for something else. For example, you could put critical boost in here instead of this, and it would still be very, very good. Maybe better. But yeah, has to be tested. And then just plus whatever your element is. I'm using dragon here because I don't know, like 50% of the monsters are weak to dragon, so dragon is just very good. And this gives me 683 raw damage, 30% affinity, plus, of course, weakness exploit, so, you know. And then 391 of dragon element right here. I also got kind of lucky. I got extra sharpness with this. Let me show you guys. If you haven't seen this already, this is a fully upgraded Artian weapon. This is how it works. These are randomized, by the way. I got kind of lucky, I'm gonna be honest, because I was doing a elemental affinity build, and I got kind of lucky. I feel like with the switch X, at least, I'm not sure about the other weapons, but the switch X needs sharpness boost. Because this gives you a decent amount of white sharpness. If you don't have this, honestly, yeah, probably gonna have to reroll. 3 levels of affinity right here. That's just super good because 15% extra affinity, and then plus 30 to element. Again, very good. And the file is an element file. So yeah, I think I showed everything. This build is, I think, right now the best. Absolutely. I'm gonna try it with different weapons, of course, and switching around the jewels. But I'm pretty sure these pieces of armor are the best to use right now. The talisman I'm using is burst, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned. I'm using corrupted mantle, which is very strong. Increases your attack and affinity, like even more. So we said we had 80% affinity on wounds. Like with this, you hit. I'm not sure about the numbers, but it could be 90%, for example. If it gives an extra 10% or even 20, I'm not sure. That would be very, very strong. But yeah, this is the build. I made this build live on Twitch, by the way. I stream every single day. If you guys want to join at twitch.tv/Maude, you'll find me there. And we can make more builds. I'm also doing an all achievements run, so I'm not gonna stop playing this game until I have all achievements in the game. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Goodbye.